Okay, Manchester United. Let's talk about Manchester United because they lost their game against Nottingham Forest. You know, they played against Nottingham Forest at home at Old Trafford, and they lost their game against Nottingham Forest. Now, for Manchester United, this is the second straight loss for Ruben Amorim. They lost against his first loss in the Premier League was against Arsenal. Now, Manchester United losing that game against Arsenal, you will not, blame the team or blame the coach too much because they played against a better team. They played against Arsenal. They went away to the Emirates to play against Arsenal. And Arsenal, as at this moment, Arsenal are a better team than Manchester United. So them losing that game, especially how they lost the game through set pieces. Arsenal did not score their two goals through open play. They scored their goals through set pieces, and we know how dangerous Arsenal are. They are very dangerous, in that set pieces. So they lost that game. But then losing this game against Nottingham Forest, that should tell you that Manchester United still have a long way to go. That should tell you that Ruben Amorim still have serious job on his hand in terms of putting this team together, in terms of competing, the top teams. Because for me, I feel like Manchester United, they don't have the kind of players that the coach need to compete. If you want to compete for even for top four or even for the league, the players that they have, I feel like this team, so many players has to leave the team. So many players have to leave the team. There are so many players in this Manchester United team that are not up to the level of the club if they want to compete. If they want to compete for the league, if they want to compete, in the future for the Champions League, they have so many players. I feel like the coach is a good coach. I think Ruben Amorim, I feel like he's a good coach. Now, why I think he's a good coach, because if you watch his team, this Manchester United team, you will see clear pattern of play. You will see how he wants to play. You will see that how they press, how they hold the ball, how they try to control the game. But at the same time, you will still understand that there are some players that are not good enough for the system in terms of creating chances. If you watch this game against Nottingham Forest, they did not really create enough chances against this kind of team. Nottingham Forest are a good team. In terms of defending, they are, for me, one of the best defensive teams. They can defend. We shouldn't forget what they did against Chelsea. They came to Stamford Bridge. They played well. For me, yes, Chelsea possibly could have, won that game. Nottingham Forest as well could have even won that game. They created some chances against Chelsea. Chelsea also created some chances against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, their goalkeeper, had some good saves. The same thing with Sanchez. He made some very good saves in that game. But they played well. So they are a good team. This season, I think they have shown that they can give a fight if they are playing against the top teams. They even beat Liverpool away at Anfield 1-0. So that's what tell you that Nottingham Forest are a good side. So for them to win this Manchester United team, maybe it's not really a surprise based on this Manchester United team looks like. Obviously, a new coach trying to find his best 11, try to find his best team, try to put the team together, and playing against this Nottingham Forest team that has been very good this season. So for me, it will be interesting to see, how they will perform. I'm talking about Manchester United. It will be interesting to see how they will perform going forward this season, because I think in terms of the players, for the coach to play how he wants to play, I don't think Manchester United have the players, especially at the defense line. I think sometimes if you're a very good team, you can run the Manchester United defense. Honestly, you can run the Manchester United defense, and also the midfield. I feel like the midfield is trying as well. Is trying to find the balance, for the midfield. So, and then they have some tough games to play. After this game, I think their next game will be against Manchester City. If I'm not mistaken, I think their next game will be against City. I think they are going away to City, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, that's another difficult game. Even if City themselves, they haven't been good. Obviously, their game as well. They did not win their game against Crystal Palace. But yeah, playing against City is always difficult to play against City, even if they haven't been in their best form. But it's always difficult playing against City. So yeah, if Manchester United, if they are thinking of finishing in the top six, because on the top four, some of their fans are still believing in their head that they still have a chance to finish in the top four. Now, for me, I don't think United will finish in the top four. If they even finish in the top six, their fans should be happy, because there are so many teams that I think that are better than them. The top four teams now that are in the top four are better than Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, uh, Arsenal, Manchester City, for me, are better than Manchester United. Then there are other teams that I think are better than them still, like Aston Villa, like even Newcastle, you know, even Tottenham, even if I think Tottenham are struggling in their last games, in their last 3 games, but I think they're a better team, you know, than Manchester United. So if they can find themselves finishing in the top 6, Manchester United, that's a good season for me. That's a good season because I don't see them finishing in the top 4. So it will be interesting to see how Ruben Amorim will, put this team together for them to perform going forward this season. Obviously, if he wants to sign any player, it will be January and maybe in the summer next season. So it will be interesting to see how he will put this thing together, and it will be interesting to see how good Amorim is as a coach. Because in this league, you have so many top coaches in the league. This is not the Portuguese league where he might be the best coach in the league. But in this league, so many good coaches, even the coaches that are not managing in the top clubs in the league, some of them are good. Like the Bournemouth coach. This league have so many good coaches that can even challenge the top coaches in the top clubs. So it will be trying to see how he will manage this Manchester United team going forward this season. So yeah, this is a poor result for Manchester United, knowing that they need wins, because they need wins if they want to catch up. You know, the teams that are in the 4th, 5th, or 6th, they need wins. They don't have to lose this kind of games. So it will be trying to see how Manchester United will perform going forward, this season. So yeah, that's it for me on this one. Your thoughts, your opinion on the performance, from Manchester United, because for me, I feel like the performance was poor in terms of the result. So your thoughts, your opinion on the game. And also, guys, if you're watching the video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel Blue Point TV, like the video as well. And we're also on Facebook. Follow the channel Blue Point TV. If you haven't, share the video as well. It's really important to share the video. Thank you, guys. Stay safe while I see you again.